Is it time to eat already? You didn't have to bring it yourself. You could have just called me.
Don't be silly. Do you want me to feed you?
Don't treat me like an invalid. I'm better than I was a year ago.
Much better. I really thought I lost you back then.
Yes, but now I'm almost well enough to handle the Monado again.
Dunban, don't say that. The Meccan have gone now. Oh, why would you say that?
I just mean I'm prepared. Sorry.
Okay. More importantly, eat up before it gets cold. I made something really special today.
Don't feel like you need to stay here then, Fiora. Go and make your next delivery.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure you'd like Shulk to try some while it's still hot.
That's okay. Shulk has no sense of taste. He'll say it's delicious even if it's stone cold.
In which case, today he would actually mean it.
Maybe.
I'm fine, Fiora. Off you go.
Okay. Dunban, thanks.
I'm not finished yet. I have to be prepared to use the Monado again.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles. In the last episode where we had the introduction to everything, we saw the Battle of Sword Valley a year ago, and we've been introduced to Shulk and Ryan, who work here at Colony 9. This episode, we are being introduced to Fiora. We've given us a story quest. Story quest must be completed in order to advance the story. There we go. But yes, we are being introduced, that was a strange camera angle, to Fiora, who is Dunban's sister. And I was very surprised when I played this game the first time. I just really assumed Dunban died at the Battle of Sword Valley. But apparently not. Still very much kicking around. So our goal now is to go and deliver food to Shulk. Let's roll.
Hey, Fiora.
Dixon!
Looks like you're in a hurry. Where are you off to?
I just thought I'd take Shulk some food. I'm on my way to the lab.
Shulk's not there right now.
Really?
I just sent him out to get some fresh air. You know where he'll have gone.
Outlook Park.
That's the one.
Okay. Thanks, Dixon.
Oh my god as well, can we just talk for one fucking moment about Dixon's outfit? I mean, it's not even enough to say the 80s called they want their look back, it's just the man is... I've never actually looked into this. I don't know if Dixon's whole look is intentionally modelled off Hulk Hogan, but my god, it really seems like it's going that way. Once again, we get the very cool views of the area the colony's in with these kind of anti-air batteries pointing up. Because genuinely, those exist, because often shit falls from above on the Bionis, because I guess that's the issue of kind of being in a cave, but not a cave. It's actually surprising this place gets as much natural light as it does, especially given the sun is over there. But yes, up here, so we went out over there last time to the residential district, but this time we are heading up here to a place called Outlook Park, where Shulk should be waiting for us. Note I'm gathering a lot of collectibles on the way. You know what? Let's talk about collectibles. Why not? So, in the Collectopedia, any collectibles we've got, we can spend one collectible to fill them in on the Collectopedia. There's one slot for each possible collectability, and they fall into the categories of vegetables, fruit, flowers, bugs, parts, and strange. As you notice, there's a certain number of each one. When you get all of a certain category for a given area, you'll get a reward, and when you get all collectibles for an entire area, you'll also get a reward. This isn't the only thing collectibles are used for. Some quests require them and stuff, and we will get onto that this episode. But collecting the Collectopedia is one of the main uses for them, and just when you see these blue orbs, just move out of your way a little bit to get them. Actually, I think with that blue chain we might have actually completed a bit. Yes, that actually so that connects both of the parts ones, which then gives us an Ether Up 2 gem. I'll get to those later as well, don't worry. For now, let's head up and bring food to Shulk.
The Monado. It's the only sword that's effective against the Mechon armor. They say that before time began, it was wielded by the Bionis. The same Bionis that we all live on. It must have a secret. That's how Dunban was able to destroy so many Mechon. And why he lost the use of his right arm. If I can just unlock the secret of its power.
Shulk!
Fiora! This is great. It tastes so good.
Really?
It's amazing.
Oh, Shulk, you say that every day.
Not quite. It's always delicious, but today it's amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. I used some special herbs and spices today. So if you said it was just the same as usual, I'd know for sure you had no sense of taste.
What?
Oh, nothing. The breeze feels so good.
Yeah. I'd forgotten what it feels like. I never thought it could be so quiet here.
You're spending too much time with Ryan. You're getting used to all the noise he makes.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so peaceful. You know, Shulk, I hope every day can be like this, always.
Huh? The debris siren.
Strange. There hasn't been much falling lately.
There might be more on the way. The anti-air batteries can't protect us out here. Let's get back to the lab.
Okay.
So, as would be expected now, Fiora and Shulk are now both part of our party, and we've not really talked about this before, but we can have either one of them in the lead, actually. Oh, we can't change it here, apparently. There we go, we completed the quest. Bring biscuits to... No, lunch to Shulk, not biscuits. That was last episode. Characters can shout out an affinity cry to encourage another party member or assistant depending on how battles are going. You can encourage dispirited party members and help them up if they're suffering negative status conditions. There's a lot that goes on between party members in combat, which we'll get to. We're about to show this off though, chatting to your friends in a heart-to-heart. If the affinity between two party members is deep enough, they can have a heart-to-heart. Search for that symbol, each one indicates a possible heart-to-heart. Why not check out the heart-to-heart in Outlook Park? Here we go. Right, finally, this is what I was talking about. You can change your the party leader in the party menu. Select the character you want as leader, and then press A on it. And we get the landmark Outlook Park. Not the landmark Outlook Park. I can't talk for shit. Which is why Let's Playing was such a strange choice for me. But yes, on party we can just change who is in front, and whoever is in front is the person we then control as, for quests, for combat, for everything like that. So I am going to switch back to it being Fiora. Fiora, as you can imagine, also has a completely different set of equipment to Shulk. She has hunting knives, whereas Shulk has his junk sword. But she can wear any of the same equipment. Armor falls into three classes, light, medium, and heavy, and they are fully interchangeable between all characters. As is often the case with Japanese games, unfortunately, some of the female armor is deeply problematic. But this is why I quite like the fact that, much like that you can choose the appearance of armor that's separate to its stats. So if you want to be modest, great. If you want to use armor which is technically a swimsuit, but have it not look like you're wearing a fucking bikini, you've got that option too, which is genuinely really good. I just like the separation out of, like, why is this an option? I know the answer, unfortunately. Still bad, though. And I like that this just, you know, gives people options to separate out the stats from the visual elements of character customization, which is really cool. Anyway, with that, we do have, as they said, a heart-to-heart here. So, view the details of a heart-to-heart. It will tell us who we need and what their affinity has to be. Here, we've met all the conditions, so we can start with Sunrise in the Park. Hey Shulk, you remember that time we watched the sunrise, right here? It was when we were quite young. Yeah, I remember. We came because... And we have the choice of what to say here. There's two options, there's two choices in each one. So this is the first choice, and then this will lead to a second choice. So that means there's 4 complete options, an A choice, and then a B choice, and then an A choice and a B choice again for each heart-to-heart. Depending on which options you choose, you will either increase or decrease the affinity between the party members. So there's a good route, which gets you +4 and +4. There is 2 neutral routes, which get you +4 and -4 for a net of 0. And there is the bad route, where you get -8. I will be showing off in-game. I will be doing all the best routes. But at the end of the episode, stick around after the kind of like end screen, and I will go through the other options for any heart-to-hearts that happen in this episode, including this one. But we start off with you and Dunban. You had a big falling out. You can see the positive affinity there. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Really, it had nothing to do with you. But I still dragged you out and made you stay up all night. I'm glad we did it, even if it was only that one time. We talked for hours and hours about all our hopes and our dreams, and then you fell asleep on my arms as we looked up at the stars. Oh no! What is it? Oh, Shulk. I have this terrible feeling I said something really embarrassing. Like I wanted to get married? Shulk, you don't remember what I said back then? Kind of. I can't quite put my finger on it. Hold on, I know I'll get it. Oh, don't worry. No need to remember. Forget I even brought it up. Anyway, that's the end of that conversation. Let's talk about something else. Okay, whatever you say, Fiora. Yes, I pulled it off. He doesn't even suspect a thing. I hope he remembers one day. But for now, it's all just a bit too embarrassing. So there you go, they allow you, heartwarming you get is the achievement for choosing the best route to a heart-to-heart, and yeah, it just gives you that little moment for the characters to interact, and there's quite a few of them, and they depend on you having got to certain points in the game, having certain characters in the party, having affinity between them as a certain kind of level. There's a lot of conditions, and so we won't actually see any more for actually quite some time. What we need to do now, according to the story thing, is head back to the lab in the military district, which is exactly what we're going to do, so we can just skip travel straight over there.
Rhine?
Rhine, what are you doing?
Shulk! No, I'm just...
Rhine!
Goodness.
Oh, Fiora, are you okay?
I'm fine.
It's broken.
What? What do you mean it's broken? Don't you care about me? I could have died.
You're not hurt, are you? The Monado can't cut people. More importantly, what were you thinking, Rhine?
Sorry, I came to ask a favour, but you weren't here. And I saw the Monado and...
I know I'm here a lot, but even I need fresh air sometimes. Is your body still feeling numb? We have to be very careful with the Monado. It's not a toy.
I know, man. I just wanted to touch it. Didn't know it would do that. Sorry. But is it true? The Monado really can't cut people?
The pattern in that circle. Or maybe it's a symbol. I think it shows which power the Monado has at the moment.
You think it's... a symbol?
Well, if I can find a way to increase the number of symbols, I should.
I'm sure that's all very clever. But why were you more worried about a machine than me, Shulk?
Well, I just explained why.
That's not the point!
Sorry.
Look at you, worthless without the Monado.
Until I've scrapped each and every one of you!
So, of course, I want to get my revenge.
Your blade, it did not cut deep enough.
No!
Shulk! Shulk!
What on Bionis happened there?
Ryan, Fiora.
Are you okay? Does it hurt?
No. Ryan, when you held the Monado, did you see anything?
You know, like a blue blade made of light came out. Same as just now.
I don't mean that. A feeling like time had stopped, and then...
Time had stopped.
So, was it only me who saw that?
That sounds strange. Is it another Monado thing?
Who knows? Anyway, no matter how good a sword it is, that's what happens when you hold it. Looks like Dunban really is the only one who can use it.
I won't let my brother use it ever again. Not after what it did to him.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Anyway, the point is I'm fine. To be honest, this has happened a few times before. I've been researching the Monado for a long time.
Shulk, don't act as if this is nothing.
Look, don't worry about it. Anyway, Ryan, what did you want to ask me about?
Oh, yeah, old Square Tash has gone and put me on punishment duty. Fancy tagging along?
Punishment? The Colonel was pretty angry today. Did he hit you?
Well, whether he hit me is neither here nor there, really. Although, actually, he did end up hitting me. And that ain't all. He made me do 1,000 squats and sit-ups.
Whoa, nasty.
Yeah, and now I have to go all the way to the Magmel ruins and back.
So you have to go and collect the ether cylinders?
That's the one. They're used to power the mobile artillery. Looks like the damage has been repaired. They can't move without the ether energy. And it seems like the fueling station's all out of stock.
Is the mobile artillery that big machine that crashed in the residential district?
Yeah, probably.
You know your way around there, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with you.
Yeah, knew you would.
Hold on. The Magmel ruins are in Tephra Cave, right? I heard that there's a Mel lizard nest there. I couldn't take it if anything happened to Shulk. He's delicate. Not like you, Ryan.
What are you on about?
I'll be fine. I can take care of myself.
But...
Okay, I got it. I'll make you a promise. Shulk won't even get a scratch.
a promise doesn't mean much coming from you.
She don't trust me at all.
Nah, she doesn't mean it.
So with that, we lose Fiora from our party, but we gain Ryan instead, and character's arts can now be leveled up. And character can learn new skills. A lot of stuff going on. Not going to talk about either of them at this point, we'll get into them a bit more. What I am going to talk about is generic quests. So we did a quest last episode called Biscuits for a Grandson, and that is a named quest. A named person, Marsha, gave it to us, and it's a different style of quest. Generic quests, there's some in a lot of different areas, are given to you by an unnamed character, such as here, Colony 9 Resident. This is actually no resident, this is a Nopon, one of the other species of Bionis, or the other sentient species of Bionis. It's not just Homs here. So, any person who has a generic name like Colony 6 Resident or Concerned Citizen or something like that will give you some generic quests if they've got this marker over their head. There are 5 types of generic quests. There's Challenge Quest, Collection, quests, material quests, monster quests, and search quests. Challenge quests involve you killing a single unique monster. Collection quests are to get the blue collectibles. Material quests are the kind of the things you get from monsters or from trading with other NPCs. Monster quests are about killing a certain number of a certain type of monster, and search quests are go to a point and look for a specific item. With that, if we talk to this Nopon, me run out of materials for my research, but too busy to go get more. Friends maybe go get for me. And this gives us Materials Quest 1. Doctor, put up the enemy drops visualizer. So this is, our goal is to get 2 small shells. There are a couple of sources of small shells. We can get them from Crabbles, a couple of different types of Crabbles, which are on the screen here. So the enemy drop visualizer will tell you the name, level range, and percentage drop chance of all the monsters who will drop that thing that you're looking for. In this case, small shells. We can also trade for it with NPCs. So, Doctor, if you throw up the trade visualizer, this shows the people, the location, and the time that you need in order to trade with them for the item, and also the affinity you need. That's what the star symbol is. If we accept that quest, small Crabble's always dropping small shells. We've already got 1 small shell from the Crabble we killed earlier on, but we'll hold on to that quest for now. We've talked briefly about affinity among kind of people and among characters, but also you have affinity with each area, and we currently have 1-star affinity with Colony 9. By doing more quests and killing monsters around the Colony 9 area, you build up this area affinity, or reputation as it's sometimes called as well in the game. So certain trades with NPCs will only become unlockable at higher affinities. So what I'm going to do now is go around and gather every generic quest that is kicking around in Colony 9, and there are a lot of them. We'll start with this Defense Force soldier, and he will say, "There's some Lake Flammy on the beach near Anti-Air Battery 1. Can you take out a couple of them for me? We regularly exterminate the monsters around the batteries. It helps keep them safe." And yes, this gives us Monster Quest 2, Part 1. Throw up at this point the enemy visualizer, Doctor. Yes, there's a lot of visualizers in this. There's a lot of stuff in this game. So this shows you the name and the level range of the various monsters you need to get. And obviously the actual game's visualizer tells you where they are. You'll notice that was Monster Quest 2, Part 1. Talk to the same guy again, and he will give us Monster Quest 2, Part 2, which is to defeat 1 Baby Amu. And then finally, he will give us wanting you to kill a couple of stone crabbles near Agora Shore, which is Monster Quest 2 Part 3. There we go. There is also another generic quest giver here in the military district. If we come up to the top here, you can often see him on the map, especially if you win bigger than the map. Standing over here is Defense Force Soldier again. Do you know about the evil Rangrot? It's on Tefra Hill. I've been ordered to kill it by myself. That's impossible for 1 person. Can't you go and do it for me? So this is Challenge Quest 1, which is to defeat Evil Rangrot, which is a specific named unique monster, they're called, unique monsters. We'll talk a bit more about unique monsters when we go to kill the Evil Rangrots, but they're a bit different for obvious reasons. Unique, actually, is how different they are. It's a really strong monster, so be careful. There's no part to that, it's just the one challenge, number 1. Right, let's go and gather a few more quests. Over to the residential district. Though actually saying that, I realise I've not been to the residential district from this angle before, so let's go to the Central Plaza. And from here, generally the way the colony is organised is, you know, from the Central Plaza we've got military district over there, commercial district over there, and then the residential district is over here. This is the thing we've heard so much about this. Here is the infamous mobile artillery crashed into the wall of the residential district there. Keep your distance, please. It ain't safe. There we go. But what we are looking for here is, on the left, is this person here. Colony 9 resident, and she gives us... I used to see this bug around all the time, but it's gone now. I would like to see it again. Can you catch it for me? And this gives us Collection Quest 4. Collect 1 giant hornet. There's no visualizer for this because there's no information for me to tell you. It's just it's a collection item in Colony 6, Colony 9 even. That's it. I think, have we already actually got one? I don't think we have. No, we're gonna go white beetle, so there's something else in this bug department. So just grab blue orbs and hopefully a giant locust or whatever she wanted will turn up. I believe there is also this one over here now, another Colony 9 resident, who will say to us, "I've been getting complaints from customers. Sorry to ask, but could you get me some kind of glowing rocks?" 2 rainbow zirconias to brighten up the shop. Thank you. This should stop me getting angry complaints. That's how that works. That's customer service for you. Now, to get the remaining quests we need, we actually need to change the time a little bit. We're almost there because it's getting towards sunset, but I've been slightly faster than I expected with stuff, so we will make it nighttime. And going south here, we can see, well, there's a red exclamation mark on the map, which is actually a quest objective, but we'll get there a bit later. Something's going on here, but we won't get involved in that. If we talk to this guy, he'll say, I've lost the tool I need for work. I just don't know what to do. Without that, I can't even make enough money to eat. You couldn't find it for me, could you? This gives us a search quest and another new visualizer. I believe this is the last of my custom visualizers, that this is the point visualizer, which will just say, that's where it is. There's just a little spot in Colony 9 pointing out exactly where this spanner is, because the search quest is just, go and find a thing. There we go. I left it in the commercial district last time I went to work, so it gives you a bit of a hint. With that, we have got a couple more to do. Now it's nighttime, I think there is, yeah, there's one up there that we can see. Oh, and we get a landmark here as well, Tranquil Square, which is handy because actually now means we can skip travel to the residential district. But this bloke here, have you got any yolkless flammy eggs? They make the best omelettes. I want to make one for my girl. Think you could bring me one? Totally normal thing to be wandering about at night looking for. An egg. You should be able to get them from one of the flammy around here. Well, we've got to kill flammy for another quest, so we can do it as part of that. You'll notice these red exclamation marks are quest targets. We've got a lot of things potentially together. We've got a lot of possible materials, collectibles, and they will all be potentially marked on the map of any possible drop for them. There's a lot of them, as you can see, so we'll be targeting it a little bit more specifically than that. Let's head over, we've got a few more quests to gather, so let's head over to the Etherlight. And over here we have this resident. I want to make some kid-sized armor for my son. Problem is, I don't have enough small scales. Mind helping me out? Collect a small scale. Do get it for me, thanks. You can get small scales by defeating Piranaxes. Indeed, that's what my visualizer will tell you. Haha. Hope it's not too much trouble. Obviously, they won't always come with such a clear hinting on what they do, so that's what my visualizers are there for. Up next is this one you can see I'm kind of heading towards here in the top right of this area. So up over here is, first off, a cool view of a beach and stuff down there, but another colony resident. I'm thinking of making some kind of trap for catching insects. I just don't have the time to get all the materials I need. Will you help a guy out? And what we need is 1 plate snow, which is a collectible. With that, warp over to the Central Plaza. Yes, I wasn't kidding when I said there's a lot of these to get. But basically, I'm just going to be exploring and doing some fighting around the colony. So if I just gather all these quests now, I'll do most of them as just part of that, that process. Hello. I lost something really important. My wedding ring. It's so small, I've looked all over, but I can't find it anywhere. Can you help me out? Yes, I can. Find the wedding ring. Next, up to the fortress entrance, there's now a few more in the military district that we can get at nighttime. So first off, this defense soldier will give us, have you ever been to Outlook Park at night? There's a monster called Lake Magdalena that appears there. It would mean a lot if you could eliminate it once and for all. So this is another challenge quest to defeat Lake Magdalena. All the unique monsters have a 2-part name, which is, one is just a adjective and one is a noun, so Lake Magdalena. Well, a name for a noun, so it's Lake Magdalena or Evil Rangrot, and some of them are very amusing because translation is a funny thing. So unique monsters often have very amusing names. Such courage. Take care and make sure you don't get hurt. Another one we can grab right up to the top of the fortress there.
What's up?
Some of the ridge antles have appeared outside the commercial district. Think you can go and take care of them for me? This is Monster Quest Part 1. Part 1 even. Kill some antals. Similarly, you know if he gives us Part 1, he will give you multiple parts. He will also give us Part 2, kill 1 cute brog near the anti-air battery number 1. And finally, he will give us Part 3, which is to defeat 3 colony crabbles. There we go. A lot of things are involving crabbles and whatnot. You can see why I'm trying to gather all these at the same point. Final little chunk to do is if we... I can never remember. There's a button that brings up the map and there's a button that brings up the menu, so I can never remember which one's which. Immediately it's X, I think, to bring up... Yeah. X brings up the menu, yeah, and Y brings up the map. There we go. Right, one final one we need to get, for which we need it to be... Problem on my map, I'm looking for the bloody menu. Of which we need it to be daytime. This little knop on here will give us "Where my shiny treasure? I get sad if I don't look at it every day. I'd be really happy if you finded it for me." Yes, that's how Nopon all talk. Find the blue glass bead. I should never leave Residential District, so it's around here somewhere. Please, you have to find my treasure. We'll get to that in just a second. Literally, still got more to gather. If we have 6 more to gather, actually. There's a lot of generic quests, but they all take minutes or two to actually hammer through. Here at the Aetherlight, we'll start to the south, is this bloke here, who says, "My niece asked me to get her something cute. I just wish I was better at finding stuff like that. Will you help me?" And grab him some rabbit diodes, they're a collectible. Up to the north. Oh, we've already got one of the rabbit diodes we need anyway. Oh, turns out I can't jump over that fence. Let's walk around then, I guess.
Hello.
This guy here at the vegetable stand, verdant blue cows on the beach near the anti-air battery 1. I can't stand the sight of it. Nasty thing with those spiky horn bits. You'll take care of it, won't you? This again, challenge quest because verdant bluckle, bluckle whatever, is a unique monster. You can tell because it's got a fucking weird name. Further up to the north here is another one.
Well?
Oh, good gracious, you won't believe what a silly fool I am. I've lost something I really need. Will you help find it? Search quest for the key in Colony 9. I knew you'd get all fired up if I did my damsel in distress act. That's not what this is about. But I am a fool, losing my door key. My fate is in your hands. North and then to the right here is, sitting on a box, is another person. There are some hand bunnets just outside the commercial district. It'd be very dangerous if they got inside the colony. Could you go and deal with them? Monster Quest 3 Part 1. And again, it's Part 1. You're starting to see how this fits. Also defeat some beach crabbles.
Hi there.
Also defeat some wood bunnets. There we go. We are so nearly done with gathering quests now. Obviously, he's got more. Is there a part 4 to this one? Yeah, defeat some light skeeters as well. Yeah, we're almost done with obtaining quests. Then we've actually got to do the bloody things. You will give us Material Quest 3, collect Vang Teeth in Colony 3. Colony 3, Colony 9. Dividing by 3 for some reason. No, he said dividing by 6 as well. Quick maths, not my... Actually, slow maths also not my strong suit. I like calculators. Despite the fact that I'm essentially a professional statistician, not good at doing the old maths in the old head. The final one we need to do is... That's a great question. No, we have actually got all the quests we want to. They've all been obtained. So now let's start doing some of the bastards. I'll do the search quest quickly. By the way, some will consider this cheating. I sometimes consider it quite helpful. If you mark a quest as your active quest, it will show you where to go for it in the top right. And it will show you exactly where it is. Like here, it will point to you exactly where the wedding ring is in the colony. Some people do not like that, they consider it cheatsy. For some stuff, it's really handy to do. For other stuff, I'm not going to do it because it is a little on the cheatsy side, so I'm taking it off for the search quests. So we'll start off, we need to find the spanner, and the spanner is over around the top here. You'll notice it is marked as a quest objective red on here, and it actually now overlays on the screen itself, which they did not do in the original game. There's your spanner. Nice thing about generic quests is they don't need to be returned. Once you've got them, they just automatically complete. Any items that need to be returned are done. It's all very nice for that. So, search quest number... The next search quest, even? I can't remember what number it is, but there we go. We need to find a wedding ring, which is, if we come over here and behind Dunban's house, that we did see at the beginning of this episode, what feels like a while ago. I suspect this has been another long episode, but there we go. Behind Dunban's house is the wedding ring, completing that search quest. Next, the person who lost their house key, if we head over to the residential district. Yeah, the fact that it appears on the actual screen is real nice. These could be an absolute balls to find in the original game, basically, but in the remake, much nicer. So that gets us the door key, and a final search quest to do, and I think then we'll wrap up the episode after that. It should actually also, it's already here, which no amount of skip travel is going to help us, because it's already here in the residential district. Can I climb these boxes? Yes. Yeah, you can jump in this game. You can often do a surprising amount of platforming for an RPG. Worth knowing. But there is the blue glass bead that Nopon wanted. We've leveled up. We'll talk about levels and art and a lot of that in the future. Finally, there is a heart-to-heart here. which we can't view yet. These requirements will become visible in the Heart list later in the story. So not only can we not see it, we also can't see why we can't see it. We don't know what the conditions are because spoilers, which is a nice thing that the game actually just doesn't splooge that information on you. And there we go. It's been another big episode, so we will hold it there. Next episode, we're going to be actually taking on some of those quests, and then actually, you know, advancing the story. Actually, no, next episode we're not actually going to advance the story. Mostly just going to do those quests and get used to kind of how combat feels and how everyone kind of works together a little bit. Oh no, we'll do some story first, I think, and then we'll actually do the quest later than that. But yes, I'm aware that we just spent a lot of time in gathering side quests, and we're going to be spending a bit of time next episode doing them, but I'm going to try and get some story progression in these early ones just so you can really get a feel for what this game is about and what it is. But hopefully you are already interested at this point. If not, hang about, and hopefully you should be soon. I hope you'll join me next time for some more Xenoblade Chronicles, and stick around after the end scene here for some of the alternative routes through the Sunrise in the Park Heart to Heart. Thank you very much, and good day. You and Dunban. You had a big falling out. It wasn't pretty. Really, it had nothing to do with you, but I still dragged you out and made you stay up all night. I'm glad we did it, even though it was only that one time. We talked for hours and hours about all our hopes and dreams, and then as you fell asleep in my arms as we looked up at the stars. Oh no. What? What is it? Oh, Shulk. I have this terrible feeling I said something really embarrassing. Like, I wanted to get married? Shulk, you don't remember what I said back then? You said you wanted to go fishing. Did I? I guess I might have said that, but I'm talking about something else. No, you definitely said you wanted us all to go fishing. So the next day we went. You, me, and Ryan. You caught the biggest fish. I'll never forget the size of it. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, it was fun. We had a great time, didn't we? Shulk, you've really forgotten all about it. I just hope you remember one day. Yeah, I remember. We came because I invited you. You don't remember, do you? And since when have you ever invited me to anything? Oh, I could have sworn that was what happened. No, silly. I had a big fight with Dunban and ran out of the house. Oh, yeah, it's all coming back to me now. If I'm remembering right, even I got shouted at. Yeah, Dunban was pretty angry, but I shouldn't have said I was going to run away from home. You had him really shaken up. He was really worried about you. I know. I'm sorry, you didn't have to stay with me all night. Of course I did. Besides, it was fun. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now. If I'm remembering right, you wanted to marry me? Shulk, I can't believe you! Okay, I might have said some stuff about wanting to be your bride, but you promised you'd forget about it. Haha. Oh, I'm sorry, Fiora, I couldn't resist. I mean, if I'm honest, I quite like the idea of you being my bride. Shulk, don't get any funny ideas in your head. I was just a kid. I barely even knew what a bride was. Oh, he still remembers. Oh, Shulk.